Good evening. My name is Nick Brown, and I'm 16 years old. I'm currently a rising junior at Oakland Technical High School, and I previously attended St. Teresa School. This testimony is a reflection on my experience this past year, and I wanted to share it with you. This spring was my second consecutive Corazon build in Tijuana, Mexico. The trip started at 6 in the morning in front of St. Teresa Church with a blessing by Father Tony. He told us to go do God's work with His grace. After that, we got in our car groups and started the long drive to Mater Dei High School in San Diego. The gym we slept in wasn't very comfortable, but we managed. Considering that the people we were going to help managed, with tin roof houses and doors that didn't lock. When we reached the border early the next day, I looked across and saw a completely different world. The poverty was a big shock to everyone. I thought to myself, how do they do it? How can they survive here? As we passed through the border checkpoint, I felt more aware of my privileged life and compared it to the people of Tijuana. It felt good knowing our efforts were helping others that day. We were all looking at the scenery, and it was a very eye-opening experience. What stood out to me the most was the giant border fence. For me, the whole trip was about unity and kinship. To have two groups separated by a fence and have different ways of life come together for a common cause just makes my faith in God stronger. Knowing that God was there, guiding us, helped us look beyond the poverty. As Pope Francis said, a person who thinks only about building walls wherever they may be and not building bridges is not Christian. When we arrived at the build sites, we split into two groups and immediately started to work. Everyone kept finding work to do, whether it be hammering or painting, roofing or nailing, or putting walls together. The work was very tiring, but everyone kept going. It's amazing what people working together can accomplish in a single day. Somehow, we managed to build 2 homes in one day. On the drive back north, this feeling of accomplishment really set in. I was just like, wow, we actually did this. I dreamt about the family's first night in their new house and how happy they would feel. Our gift from one community to another. Corazon definitely brought me closer to the church. People from different cultures and backgrounds can be a part of this organization. As a member of this church, I will find a welcoming community wherever I go in the world. Corazon will shape my future service and remind me of the importance of helping the less fortunate. In closing, I'd like to thank the Corazon donors, organizers, and parents for making the trip and my experience possible. I would also like to thank the confirmation leaders and sponsors for guiding us for the past 2 years and for preparing us for this big day. Did I say that twice? Okay. Thanks for letting me share my story with you, and I look forward to joining many of you on the build next year.